Warning, this channel is meant for viewers 21 plus and was created for educational and documentary purposes only. BeginnerBUDZ does not condone illegal activity and certainly does not sell anything, so don't even ask. Seriously. How's it going, everyone? We got 5 out of 5 germination, and now we got to get through the seedling phase. So, since a lot of people usually ask, we figured now would be a good time to show how much we water our seedlings. Get in here.
Hey guys.
At this point, you know we're trying to make this our full-time jobs, but YouTube is, well, YouTube when it comes to cannabis.
Despite this, we continue to find ourselves surrounded by nothing but love and support from this community.
If you did want to support the channel a little more, the best way to do that is through our Patreon. With a private Discord, additional in-depth videos, Patreon exclusive merch and live streams, or even the chance to smoke face-to-face with the buds, every tier gets something.
The amount of support we've already received has been absolutely mind-blowing. We wanted to take some time out to show our appreciation for our patrons. We love you guys, really. Alright, let's get back to it.
Alright guys, so this feels good. There will always be room for growth and progress, but for now, and for us at this particular moment, well, like I said, things feel good. We got 100% germination on our Super Lemon Haze RBX3 by Ethos, and this season is already off to the races. And even though we're back to where we were on germination, this actually feels even better than before. Not only is our grow fully protected by Prime Superior and the savage beneficial fungi Beauveria bassiana that kills any bug that walks into your tent, but we feel a little more confident. We got a good solid soil, our Roots original recipe, that is proving to be just about perfect for what we need between quality, price point, and nutrient level, sure not to burn any plants as young as seedlings, and lasts for a good 3 or 4 weeks before needing a top dress. The season is being grown under the Mars Hydro FC 8000, a light from their highest quality line. Check them out at marshydro.com, and don't forget to use our promo code BeginnerBUDZ for a couple bucks off if you decide to buy. We got Samsung diodes, a killer spectrum, and the only thing on us is to set the lights correctly according to stage of growth. In fact, this is actually the week where we dialed the lights back off to 215 ppfd after seeing some signs that the light might have been just a little too intense.
Although we aren't quite there yet, we're gonna just let the plants do their own thing. For those who don't know, we aren't using RO water anymore, just straight out of the tap, dechlorinated by running an air stone through it and then pHing to 5.8 or 5.9, and that's it. For us, based on our local water municipality, it's pretty consistent at 2.5 milliliters of pH down per gallon of water to get us to that range, and that's it. Just pH balanced, dechlorinated tap water. At this point, you guys know that simplicity is what we're going for. Like we said, this dirt is gonna get us 3 or 4 weeks with just water until we need to top dress. We have yet to see just how long it will last, but this is the first time we're running Roots Original. It's part of the process. Run the experiment, document the results. If changes are necessary, do so on your next grow and you'll be one step closer to the perfect plants. This is the nature of the game. Keep doing it long enough and you will have those perfect plants. But in order to get them there, we gotta get these girls established, which means continuing the trek for these seedlings. And since we're here anyways, we figured it'd be the perfect time to talk about our watering schedule, or at least how much we water the seedlings. So we get this question a lot, and it's really no question why. We all have to learn, each and every one of us, but we all come from different points of acquired knowledge when getting into the game. Some already know basic watering practices because they grew a garden, or their parents taught them, but some come with nothing, like us. We all gotta learn, so this is likely gonna be the best videos for those just starting out and unfamiliar in the entire process.
But heck, it might benefit a few of you too who want to make changes but aren't sure where to start. So let's get into this. The number one thing you have to remember here is roots don't just need water. They need air too. So water is good, but too much is bad. It'll drown the plants. The key here is to figure out a general schedule that allows the plants to grow healthily and vigorously while still giving it the oxygen it needs to sustain life. Fortunately, we got your back with a schedule that should get anyone into the ballpark. Like we said in our first episode, we give the seeds 40 milliliters at the time of germination. From there, we have rates for the beginning and the end of each week, depending on when the girls indicate it's time for water. After the seeds come up, the beginning of week 1 will get another 40 milliliters of water, while at the end of the week, it'll get 60 milliliters.
Let's explain what we mean with an example, and then we'll spit out the rest of the schedule. So first, just to be clear, the first day we see green is day 1 of week 1. This is, after all, our first week. Second, when the plant comes up and needs water, if you are in the first half of week 1, you will water with 40 milliliters. Usually this will be the case with the seedling so small, but later you might notice that you only water once a week. Let's say a water lasts 4 days. Well, 4 plus 4 equals 8. So those waterings will actually fall in 2 different weeks. The simple way we check to see if it's dry enough to water is to stick our finger in the dirt, about 1 inch or 1.5 inches down. Not too close to your plant that you'll hit roots, but close enough so that you can feel the moisture in the root zone. If you pull your finger out and you can feel the slightest bit of moisture with the small specks of soil sticking to your finger, this is when we water. If it's wet, you'll feel it, so don't water, and you'll definitely don't want to go bone dry. So back to our example. As the seedling root zone dries back out about 3/4 of the way through the week, you would then water 60 milliliters since you are in the second half of week 1 now. This will stay true through the schedule, so just know if you're in the first half or second half of the week since day 1, on the day you decide to water, and you should be able to figure it out from there.
Week 2 will get 80 to 100 milliliters of water. Week 3 is 150 to 200 milliliters, and week 4 should look like 300 to 600 milliliters. From there, the plants can take a little variation, but we'll get to our watering amounts for that when we come to it. For now, this should get you through the first 4 weeks of veg, and then comes our first feeding. A top dress with Compost T-Labs Full Term, their veg formula with secondary and micronutrients needed for the life of the plant. We'll get to that in a couple of weeks here, but before that, we gotta get through the rest of this watering schedule. So for now, we continue as is. And we'll be back next weekend right here on YouTube for another update on these babies. Pretty standard stuff for now, but we might teach the importance of your lighting and the light setting while inside your tent. Important stuff. But until then, keep learning, keep growing. Catch you later, guys.